Hey everyone, welcome back to a second week of me playing Combat Mission badly and you laughing at me. Well, this time probably because this week we have a scenario made by one of our excellent scenario designers, ASL veteran, and his scenarios usually kick my butt, so we're probably going to see me eat a lot of humble pie here. Just a reminder for you, those of you who weren't here last week, this is all beta, so you will probably see some bugs. The game may crash, hopefully not. And a lot of the interface graphics you'll see are just placeholders. Like you'll see a lot of Fortress Italy stuff, and that's just placeholders, so don't worry about it. And now we get to wait while the game loads. Should only take a minute. It's a pretty big map. I picked a nice big open map this time, with Tigers and IS-2s and big assault guns. It should be fun. If you're referring to the where you can see how many casualties a unit caused, that's actually been in for a while. But yeah, I'll show it at the end. Just remind me. System specs. I have a Intel 2500K processor. That's an i5, and I use a GTX 670. I believe it's a 670 graphics card. And I have 8 gigs of RAM, and I'm running it on Windows 7, and I have a P67 Sabertooth motherboard. Okay, so situation. I think it's August, right? August 1944. It's the Russian drive into Poland, and I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance for butchering any names or places because I don't know how to pronounce most of this stuff. So, it's a pretty simple situation. We are driving on a river. I think it's called the Vistula Bridgehead or the Vistula River or something like that. And I command what is left of a Tiger battalion. And I also have some Panthers and some Panzer IVs and some Panzer Grenadiers. And we are going to be smashing a Soviet defenses in front of or at least attempting to smash some Soviet defenses in front of a river. So you can see here we've got we're down south of Warsaw in Poland here, and okay, I guess it's a Soviet. I'm totally mixed up. Yeah, it's a Soviet bridgehead across the river, and we're trying to smash the bridgehead. Yeah. So as for objectives, they're pretty simple. I have two ground objectives to take. I have to occupy the estate up here in the north of the map, and then further down to the south east, I need to. I have a touch objective here, and it looks like it's a little urban built-up area, like maybe the edge of a town. Okay, and let's see, and then there's a variety of parameters, just, keep my casualties low, inflict casualties on the enemy, that sort of stuff. So, as far as enemy intel, it looks like I have a little bit of intel. There's definitely some infantry defending the objectives, duh, of course. And then I've got this out here. I don't know what that is. There's probably going to be some kind of reverse slope defense there if they're out in the open like that. Okay, let's see the map. So I have a lot of tanks. This should be fun. I have got Tigers. I've got what appears to be 2 understrength companies of Panzer Grenadiers with no transport. That's not a problem. I can put them on the tanks. 2 FOs. For artillery support, I have some medium mortars, some howitzers, and a couple of heavy mortars. Not a huge amount of artillery support for a map this big. I'm going to go ahead and take a zoom out here so you can see the whole map. I think it's roughly 2 by 2 kilometers. And it looks like it's pretty agricultural. It's a bunch of fields. Wheat and rapeseed and some other stuff. There is some cover. You can see that there are there's some woods here. Some orchards. And then we've got a couple of farmsteads in this estate here. All in all, it's a pretty open map. But if I stick to the wheat fields, I get at least some concealment for my infantry. It's probably going to be a lot of moving on tanks, though. I don't think I want to run infantry across this. That would be pretty nasty. I'm probably going to end up leading with the tanks, and when they clear a path, I'm going to just drive up the infantry. As close as I can, anyways. And so, yeah, then my second objective is, well, it's the road right here, but you can see a lot of buildings and a tall wall here. Knowing how crafty ASL Veteran is, I will bet that this tall wall here is there for a purpose, shielding some guys right here probably, and when I drive by on the road they're supposed to shoot at me. I will bet money that happens. Okay, and here's where those infantry on the map are supposed to be. Right around here. There's supposed to be an infantry defensive position here, and yeah, you can see that that's that is a reverse slope defense. So my setup's here, behind this hill. When I crest that, they're going to be able to shoot at me. I imagine there's going to probably be anti-tank guns there, but who knows? I don't know what's there. Could even be tanks for all I know. Excuse me. Okay, setup zone's pretty simple. It's really just a box here, and it looks like it's totally covered. I don't see any way for them to shoot at me from here. Okay, plan of attack. So I've got Panthers, I've got Tigers, I've got stuff with heavy armor that I can crest the slopes here with to peek out and see what is looking at me. I'm probably going to end up doing most of my attack, if we zoom out, get a bird's eye view here. Probably going to end up attacking this way, but I'll probably send some Panthers over here, because I wouldn't be surprised if the Russians try to use this space over here for maneuvering like a counterattack or something like that. So yeah, it looks like there's a slope. If you look carefully, there's a slope right here running all along the map. So if I stay on this side of it, I don't think that I'll be getting shot at from one whole half of the map. At least until, let's see how long it goes on for. Yeah, so I can attack the estate pretty much unmolested from half the map, it looks like. Oh, and it's worth noting that this estate is also on a slope, so you can't actually see its defensive positions probably until you get about halfway, maybe about 500 meters away from it. So then it looks like as you... Okay, so there's going to be defensive positions probably along this river. It's got some covered terrain. If I take the estate and then pivot towards the route, I'm going to have to expose my flank to that area. Wow, it looks like I can actually take both objectives without even having to come near this area. But I'm going to take a peek at it anyways and see what's there. For all I know, they're going to use it as a staging area for a counterattack. Onboard mortars are... It is on hold from what I understand. Although that may have changed since I last heard about it. I would not expect them, though. Not yet. They're definitely on the to-do list, but maybe not. Probably not for Red Thunder. It will get patched in, though, when they do come in. Okay, so I think I'm going to lead with my Tigers first, let them absorb. Oh yeah, by the way, command links. So I've got command links turned on. You can see them here. So I've got a platoon HQ tank selected right now. You can see it's to, I guess that's company HQ. Righto. Okay, so it shows the tank's link to both its parent unit and its subordinates. So here I got a platoon tank selected, and you can see its command link to one of the tanks in its platoon, where there's only 2 in the platoon, because it's very under strength unit. And there's a bright red line if it's in excellent communications, like, because obviously they've got a radio. For infantry, it would be if they have audio and visual communication. And I think we can move the infantry and change things a bit. You'll notice, hold on, let me move it further away. You notice that the line gets dimmer. In that case, you'll notice down here he has only visual. They can only communicate via hand signals, so the line gets dimmer to show that the C2 link is not as strong. And if I were to move it completely away, wow, he still has hand vision signals. Okay, now you'll see that the line is a dark color, and that means there is no link. They are out of command. So that's the new command links. Well, I guess new for Combat Mission 2. Okay, so let's get back to... And by the way, guys, just go ahead and shout if you want me to close up on anything. It's a really large map, and I've got a fair bit of units, so I'm going to spend a lot of time zoomed out, except for when I'm going in for cool action shots. So if you want to close in on something, just tell me. These vehicles are all vehicles that have been seen in Combat Mission before so far. When we spot Russian units, you'll see new stuff. So far, all this stuff has been in like Battle for Normandy and all that. Okay. So this will take a moment as I figure out how to divvy up these forces. Yeah, I'm going to lead with the Tigers on all fronts to see what happens, and basically to absorb any initial volleys that come after me. Whoops. No Hetzers, sadly. Sorry. It was hard. I tried to pick a map that fit in a lot of new Soviet stuff, but that kind of meant I couldn't get all the German stuff in. I should have thrown in a couple Hetzers, but I didn't. I forgot about it. Sorry. Okay, I think I'll hold like 3 Tigers in the back. I can commit them to wherever they're needed. Okay, Panthers. I think I'm going to put the Panthers following behind... Oh, there's more Tigers. Wow, I have a lot of Tigers. I like Tigers. At least if I'm not having to do the maintenance on them, I like them. Okay, Panthers. So I actually don't have a lot of infantry for the size of this map, so I'm going to have to choose carefully where I commit them. I think I'm definitely going to keep them all committed to this side of the map, because the main thrust is going to go along this side here, and then curve around to the last objective. Just going to have tanks over here. They're probably not even going to approach this area, they're just going to overlook it.